Hello, welcome to Jessie at Home. This video is going to help you make the linen stitch head kerchief, and I am making this out of Aunt Lydia's Baker's Cotton, which is by Coats and Red Heart. So let's just get to this pattern, shall we? To begin, obviously you need a slip knot. Now this full pattern can be found within the post where this video is. If you didn't actually get to this video through the post on Jessie at Home, there is a description box underneath this YouTube video, and in that description box there is the link to where you can find the pattern for this particular head kerchief. There is a written pattern and some photos and a chart. All of that information is in the post that's linked in the description section of this video. So to begin, we chain 2. Simple enough. Now we're going to single crochet, chain 2, single crochet into the first chain that we made. So I like to work in the bottom loop here. Go into the bottom loop of the first chain that I made, and I'm going to single crochet, chain 2, and then single crochet into the same space. The first like 2 or 3 rows are the hardest, just because you're working in such a small amount, and then it gets very repetitive and is very easy. Now you chain 1 and turn, or turn and chain 1, doesn't matter which as long as you're consistent. You're now going to single crochet into the single crochet. Chain 1, then single crochet, chain 2, single crochet into your chain 2 space. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Now you're going to chain 1, and you're going to single crochet into the last single crochet. Okay. Now we chain 1 and turn, or turn and chain 1. Now you're going to single crochet into the first single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the chain 1, chain 1, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet into the chain 2 space. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the chain 1, chain 1, single crochet into the last single crochet. In a moment, 1 or 2 more rows, and it'll get really clear where the repetition is. Now we're going to chain 1, turn, single crochet into the first single crochet, and then chain 1. Single crochet into the next chain 1, and then chain 1. Single crochet into the next chain 1, and then chain 1. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet into the chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the chain, chain 1, single crochet into the chain, chain 1, single crochet into the last single crochet. Okay, so now let's talk about the repetition here. Chain 1, and then in every row what you're going to do, you chain 1 and turn at the beginning, you single crochet into the first single crochet, and then you chain 1, and then you single crochet, chain 1 into every single chain 1 space until you get to the chain 2 space. So we single crochet, chain 1, here's another chain 1 space, so we're going to single crochet, chain 1, here's another chain 1 space, so we will single crochet, chain 1, here's a chain 2 space, so in this one we're going to actually single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Okay, this chain 2 is our little point. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then chain 1. And then keep going with a single crochet, chain 1 into each chain 1 space. So here's a chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 1. Here's another one. Single crochet, chain 1. There's another one. Single crochet, chain 1. No more chain 1 spaces, so we're going to put our last single crochet into our last single crochet. Do one more row. So chain, turn, single crochet into the first single crochet and chain 1, and then we will single crochet, chain 1 into every single chain 1 space. So here's a chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. Now next is the chain 2 space. So here we single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 1. Back to chain 1 spaces. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. Gotta find the space. Oop, I know there's one. There it is. Sometimes they're hard to see. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. No more chain 1 spaces, so I single crochet into my last single crochet. Now this gives us a nice triangle of the linen stitch. Okay, so let me grab this one that's a little bit farther along here. You can see the really nice look of the linen stitch, and it has a really nice feel and a really nice drape to it, and it works so well with this cotton yarn. All right, I'm also using, as you'll see in the pattern, I'm using a 4mm or G crochet hook, and it just, I think it gives it a really nice look. It's got a nice stretch to it. Okay, so that is the head kerchief, how to make this little triangular section of it. Now once you've finished the triangular section, you have two options. You can make this long enough so that it ties all the way around your head. Okay, so long enough to wrap around your head and tie. Remember, it's got some stretch to it. Okay, so it doesn't have to be quite as big as you might think. It depends on how much you want it stretched. And then, so that's one option, and let me show you what you do to finish that. To finish that, you simply, once you've done your last row, you chain 1, and then you're just going to single crochet into the side of every single row. So just doing a single crochet into the side of every single row. And that's all. Just keep going. Okay, all the way across. And kind of work a few stitches over my tail there to start my weaving in. You still have to do more weaving in than that. That does not constitute weaving in, but it at least gets it started for you. Okay, now you decide if you want just one row of single crochet. I would actually suggest 2 rows of single crochet, even possibly 3. So you're going to chain and turn. If you want to keep the triangular look going and not have just a flat edge, what you want to do is your first and your last stitch, you want to put 2 single crochets in, and that'll keep the triangle. It'll keep your triangle instead of flattening out the end of your triangle, the end of your head kerchief. Of course, you might just like the flat look. Either way is fine. But here we go. And you can also leave it without doing that finishing bit. You can leave it just, you know, finish up your triangle as it was and leave it there if that makes you happy. I like giving it this little finished edge. You do what makes you happy. Okay. The nice thing about this is it's nice and reversible too. So here we have the little edge on our head kerchief, and it really, you can see it really finishes that up nicely. And it also, when I pull this one, it gets that little tug in the middle there, and this kind of fixes that little funkiness in the middle a little bit. When it's pulled, when you're wearing it, it straightens it out a bit so you don't have a point. So there is one way to finish it. The other way, what you could do, if you wanted to only make this, say, 16 or 18 inches across the top, because you want a smaller one that just has the tags, the kind of ribbon tails that you tie, you can make this the size that you want. You can obviously, sew on a ribbon if you wanted some sort of decorative ribbon. That works too. Or what you can do is, once you've gotten this to the size that you like, you can always take a new piece. Doesn't have to be a different color. I just am trying to find one that wasn't attached to something. And chain for however long you need for your tie to be. And once you've gotten it chained long enough, then at that point you start with your single crochets going across. Okay, so you would single crochet all the way across your piece, and then if you did 30 chains on this end, you do 30 chains on that end, and then you would turn and single crochet all the way back. And then if you wanted it to be a little wider, you can turn and single crochet all the way back. And you can see what that does is it will give you a ribbon tail so that you can tie that under your head if you don't want the head kerchief to wrap itself all the way around your head. If you only want the points to come to like right behind your ears so you don't have as much bulk behind your neck, this is one way to do that. Okay? So I hope this video has helped you with our linen stitch head kerchief, and I hope that it helps keep you cool and fashionable this spring. Thank you.